All right, so let's have a peek here over the Buenos Noches lineup spawning here on the northwestern side of Crash Zone Alpha. Suppose I should actually put up the game. I'm about to start calling the game without changing the scene. There we go. All right, let's do this. Buenos Noches. I know, radio free warships. Buenos Noches fielding Ohio, Schlieffen, Des Moines, Salem, Napoli, Stalingrad, Gearing, Daring, and Marceau. Nice variety of ships there. Zath, talk to me about GLHF.
And if you look at it, Don Pato hitting that I am speed button immediately, trying to spood beast into BCAP early. Now GLHF, which my chat just says standing for Good Lord Holy F, is running Ohio Conqueror, Goliath Des Moines, Stalingrad Napoli, Gearing, and then double Daring. Interesting pick with the Goliath. Obviously, that's a good sit back and farm kind of ship, and he's heading south, which might make you think that the bulk of their push will
he's
go
going to be up at
SeaCap.
Yeah, it does feel that way. Just looking at the early deployments as Don Pato speeds that Marceau. I am speed Zath right into the BCAP. Looks like he's going to drift out of it. He does. Little bit of operator error there. He's going to lose about 15 to 20 seconds there. Magic is going to try and get in there to oppose him, but going to be tough. Go ahead.
Pro tip for next time, just hit the island.
Just hit the island. That's right.
It's
just
okay.
beach yourself. It's fine. It's cool. You've got plenty of time. No radar can stop him. No one will be able to spot him in time. And I don't even think Magic is going to be able to get onto this cap in time to prevent.
No, and I'm sure when Buenos Noches saw the lineup, that's exactly what they said. Go get B.
Yep. It's not changing anything Magic is doing. He's getting reversed stern in so that once B flips, B in will capture a few points off of it, and then Magic will come in and stop it and flip it back the other way more than likely.
Right.
Yeah, it's going to be a huge rumble up at Zath. Both teams sending 5 ships to that flank. Buenos Noches sending Ohio, Daring, Salem down south to face off against Conqueror, Gearing, and Goliath. I mean, you can just look at that lineup, and GLHF is clearly stating their intention to just melt things with fire.
Mm-hmm. That's right. And then GLHF, of course, they're continuing up with their push. They're putting their Stalingrad kind of where you'd expect.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, we've got our Ohio kind of sitting still. I'm surprised he's stopping there. I thought he would have kept going to go a little bit deeper to project that power a little bit more. Taxi driving the Napoli and the Des Moines doing exactly what you normally see here as Captain Chivas and their Napoli is doing the same thing.
Playing for the corner, this top corner of the map, the AB 8, 9, 10 area is going to be, it's quiet now, but it's not going to be for long. We're going to see some pretty big battles up there at some point.
Yep. And while we have a moment, I had a request by chat to explain Dutch oven. That's what I like to call the Dutch airstrike, because if you imagine somebody just smacking someone on the head with a Dutch oven, that probably hurts a bit, just like the airstrike hurts you when you get smacked over the head.
It's a reasonable analogy, in my opinion. Now, what's interesting about the BN push up to the top of the map is that they're playing the extreme map borders, trying to go as long as they can without being spotted. It means they're going to surrender the C cap completely as the B cap is on the verge of being contested. There it is. Magic ducking into B as Demonic Grits now into A. And so for the moment, Buenos Noches' points stop at 368 as GLHF starts to close the gap a bit.
That's right. That's right. But, I mean, if you look at what BN is doing up to the north, they're putting all their eggs into that one basket to get through. Jezeroth and the Stalingrad popping that radar, hoping to catch the Daring. Daring is just a little bit. They do show him,
and now the Marceau opening fire, trying to drive him off the cap. That's Don Pato.
That's right.
They get some
There's
resets.
2 Darings. I was looking at the other one.
Yep, you're good. Pato using that radar to push Magic off the cap as GLHF picks up A and a C. Cap Chivas now spotted, trying to work into position up here at the top end of the map.
Yeah, look at the north. Oh! Chivas.
Massive hit onto Chivas. Stalingrad's reaching out and saying hello. His radar is up. They can see Oasis.
That's right, they can. And they could also see Taxi Driver, who was getting shot at just a little bit. But, of course, the big story here is Chivas being told no. Yeah. He's forced to stop his push.
Forced to duck into behind that island and try to lick his wounds as best he can.
Oh, look at this. Look at Jaime Mendoza smoking in Rainmaker Schlieffen with those secondaries.
Oh, the secondaries, the
daring.
Schlieffen smoke. Now, I've seen teams do this in pub matches, but we have not seen this done a whole lot in competitive.
Dude, I saw Maradrago do this. He submitted a replay,
Yes,
and I
well,
covered
check it
in
out,
my
because
YouTube
now
theaters.
Rainmaker is about to have Taxi Driver at his mercy. His secondaries go out on Gwei here, but I can almost guarantee you they're going to change over in a minute.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't change over, frankly, earlier. Like, he could be doing it right now, but he's still focusing on that Des Moines.
He is indeed a very bold, aggressive play here from Buenos Noches at the top of the map. Rainmaker's got his hydro up, so Taxi's torpedoes will be well spotted as main battery shells from the Schlieffen go in. Not much there.
All right, he has now switched his secondary target to Taxi Driver. Here comes some hits from the Stalingrad.
Rainmaker getting hammered by the Stalin AP. They can see the torpedoes coming in now. Taxi Driver turning, trying to get his bow onto these guys. Auger smokes.
Ah, look at that.
Oh, look at this. They're handing the smoke off from Jaime's gearing to Auger's Napoli. Schlieffen is going to take one of these torpedoes.
Nope.
Right under the screws. Right under the screws. They do bag Taxi Driver. That's a huge kill. Taxi was pinned in by both the Des Moines, the Napoli, the Schlieffen. Nowhere to go. An early kill there for BN as they are now contesting A as well.
Look at the torch from Oasis, though. He's gonna hit his teammate. Oh, the humanity.
Feels bad. So many of those torpedoes wasted against the dead hull of the Napoli there. Such a well-coordinated push here from these guys.
Yeah. Meanwhile, in order to do this, Buenos Noches has essentially ceded the board. They don't have any cap, although they are competing at A right now.
They don't for the moment, but once they get Guayher's Des Moines off the board, and I can't imagine that's not something that's something that's going to happen in relatively short order, they're going to have a really solid foothold at sea and be able to do some other nasty things. The Schlieffen secondary is continuing to just melt Guayher's Des Moines. Oasis now coming back with smoke for his teammate. Couldn't happen at a better time.
Inside. Jezeroth tried to hit with the Stalingrad, didn't quite make it into Guayher's Des Moines. But Guayher, if you look at this, he is still spotted because he's continuing to reverse. Or no, because he's shooting.
Yep, he's shooting now, so they should be able to see him through the smoke. Let's have a peek. They can.
Yeah,
Guayher now continuing to burn. His radar's up. There he goes. Being now up 2 ships as their push along the top end of the map bears fruit.
That's right. That's right. So let's take a look at the south real quick. Diz, I mean, doing what you do in the Goliath, take a lot of hits, but not care about it really.
Pretty much.
Same
Trading
thing for
well
the
with the
Conch
Sailor.
down there. I mean, both ships have a super heal, so both really don't care about HE spam.
Magic's daring retreating off of B. That's going to allow Don Pato to sneak in there and steal that cap, as GLHF is going to have to seriously redeploy and reconsider their deployment up north. Auger's Napoli took another good hit there, but he's healing now.
I think that's why Bemis is being brought south. They realize the push is going to have to be exactly, and suddenly the kite away flank is now going to have to somehow become the push flank. And the tough part is both of those ships are in kite away positioning down to the south.
Rainmaker's Hydro still up, picking up these daring torpedoes coming in from Oasis. He's still he's going to take one of these, it looks like, unless he can sneak in under the screws again. Nope. Right on the belt. DCP's that very quickly.
It's all right. Remember, when you get the torpedo on the belt, there's a torpedo damage reduction as well, because it does hit the torpedo bulge.
Buenos Noches taking their first lead of the game here, 28 points and climbing on the strength of their early kill and their newfound cap control at B and C.
Yeah. They are managing to kind of just steamroll through C.
Now, Tattoo is in trouble here. He just took a bow torpedo from the gearing, and he's got daring torpedoes coming into port that he probably suspects now that he sees the daring smoke and everything, but he's going to take quite a chunk of damage here with more Conqueror shells and everything continuing to fall on him.
And 2 more torpedoes. Ouch.
And another rack of gearing torpedoes in his face. He's going to take one more on the bow.
Yeah, DCP is still down.
They're going to bag him.
DCP still down for 20 more seconds.
Flooding, heal is timing out. They're going to kill him.
Well, that's what that's what GLHF needs
Yeah.
in order to get back in this game.
Well played. GLHF executing a nearly full health battleship here at A. That does flip the lead back to them very briefly as the match is now, the game is now half over.
And that's the power of that rotation, taking Magic Venus back to the south there to deal with A. That's what forced that play to happen.
We see BN taking a bit of a breather here. Augur licking his wounds, as well as Rainmaker. The A push kind of just pausing for the moment.
That's right.
Now, Jason is pushing up right through the middle of the board. He's kind of chilling out here in the middle of the B cap. I think he's expecting the Stalin to have to move south, but he's got an Ohio in his face. So I'm not sure that's a comfortable place to be because those Ohio secondaries will be on him soon enough, and he melts and burns much worse than most other cruisers.
Diz, meanwhile, going down to the Salem, ends up losing that fight down to the south. That's going to hurt GLHF's push attempt.
That does hurt him. I wonder if they got some torpedoes into him from Chris.
It's a possibility because that daring was right down there. Speaking of torpedoes, look at all the torpedoes on War Stalingrad. Oh
my goodness
torpedoes,
gracious.
Plus Schlieffen, gone. Oasis is playing the mini game too.
Another big kill up north as the Stalingrad goes down. That's War 44.
Yeah. Well, these torpedoes have range to hit Aguero's Ohio.
I was just fixing to say, it looks like some of those are going to end up on the Ohio. They are, Zath. He's going to take at least 2 of them. If not 3, just 2.
Oh, and Stalingrad salvo in the side dish, too.
What a beautiful torpedo salvo from Jaime's gearing.
And I think the Schlieffen as well.
Could be.
Schlieffen.
Wouldn't shock me.
Yeah. Because they're, 16 kilometer, aren't they?
No, 13 and a half, I believe, yeah.
Yeah.
Jason now coming under fire from Magic's Daring, who has come back to the middle with a torpedo salvo, trying to take him off the board. That's a really good-looking torpedo salvo. It's going to depend on how Jason maneuvers here.
Yeah, is he going to hit the island? Looks like he's got enough room
I think he's okay. I still think he's going to take one of these in the bow by the time they catch him.
Mm-hmm.
His DCP is ready and available.
It's now being shot at by both Darings, actually. He's going to dodge. He's only take one.
He's going to take one. Yep, he's going to take one in the bow. It's still going to hurt, though. Don Patos Marceau rotating in now. They may yet bag Jason. That would be a huge kill for GLHF. In fact, it looks like it's going to happen because he's on fire again.
Yep. Well, and Venus keeps on hitting him from the side. There he goes.
Again, GLHF with the torpedo execution. That keeps them in the game. They're still down a little less than 200 points with 7 minutes to play. Chris is daring onto A in a very bold play here. Like, well, you guys can't defend it, so to heck with you. I'm going to come take it. Destroyer duel at B.
Yep.
Oh, Pato might have bitten off a little more than he can chew here between the daring Hydro and all of Magic's teammates.
That's right. Pato trying to go dark, realizing the trouble he's in.
He's on fire now. They do get a fire.
Yeah. But he's not taking as much damage as I thought he would.
They're going to get him. There he goes.
That's it. There it is.
Wow.
Not much active dodging there. I'm surprised.
No, GLHF picking up kills, but they are completely pushed off of all the caps for the moment.
Oh. Oasis barely dodges another torpedo.
I was going to say Oasis with a narrow dodge there as Magic's going to get back into B. He's been dancing in and around this B cap all game. He's finally going to get it to stick, but I'm sure that the Des Moines astern of him, that's Cap Shivas, is going to try and get in there and push him. Still a 200-point lead for BN, but 2 caps contested now. This game is not over yet. GLHF has fought their way back in. Their battleship's still in the game, but all of their cruisers out completely.
That's right. Oasis coming under fire, having to back up. They're rotating the Conqueror back to the north again. And just like that, 2 of the caps are at least being stalled at this moment. And Nab, quite low in the Salem, is forced to back off. He can't really do much. He's got his T-Rex radar going.
Yeah. Well, and he's getting down to where his fancy heel is not going to save him forever. You can see his
No, as you
potential
can
health
see.
bar doesn't go very far, so
Yeah, it's only about 2 grand.
he's just trying to
Maybe a
get
little
whatever
less.
damage he can off of Waddell. But I think that Nab at this point, BN should probably just consider that a dead ship. They're going to have to go fish him out if they want him, but I don't think they can save him. Chris is daring, now hunting Magic's daring along the western edge of the B cap, coming up fast from astern. As I think they're going to send Magic to sea, Zath.
Well, he might as well, figuring that Buenos Noches has all but vacated that cap.
Jaime Mendoza's gearing now headed to B.
Oh, Edgar's Napoli's going to take a torpedo too on the bow.
That
hurts. That feels
hurts a
bad.
lot. He's got a heal active now. That is his last heal of the game. They catch eyes on Oasis. Get him.
Down.
The secondaries. That's a big kill. That pushes Bien within seconds of a win here. 90 seconds on the timer. As long as they step into B, but
but look at Shivas. Look at Cap Shivas. He sensed it.
But his radar is down.
40 seconds.
His radar's offline for 35 seconds.
But Venus is like, here, I'll just shoot you anyway.
Why would you do this? I don't understand.
Why you do this?
Oh, is he lit on the surface? Maybe he's no, he wasn't.
No, he just opened up because he thought he could. I don't know.
Thought he could get the kill, I guess. I don't understand this play.
Desperation hero. Maybe he just wants us to hear his guns because
I don't know, but it's gonna cost him a ship. That's the game. Buenos Noches with a sweep. A very hard-fought game here on CZA, but be in with the win.
I got us a game 3, by the way.
All right. Well, let's finish recording this one. Show our fancy winner screen like we like to do around here, because I mean, they give it to us, so might as well show it, right? Buenos Noches with the win. They have secured their spot in day 3 now. GLHF will return back to, well, I say return, but they will be headed down to the losers bracket, where they will have a chance to redeem themselves and pick up their second win. We may still see them in day 3.